think it's doing? What do you think it's really getting off the floor? What do you really think? We see dirt, right? We see dirt. We're like, okay, we cleaned it, the dirt. I got the dirt. Do you think you're getting and eliminating approximately 99.9% of some of the germs and the bacteria that is on your floors? Probably not with your traditional mops. So Bissell, yes, that Bissell, the one we know, we own vacuums by Bissell, they've been around. Peter, how long has Bissell been around?
Yeah.
He gave me a lot of numbers.
That means 140 plus.
A lot of years. Peter, I don't understand. A lot of
140,
years.
I think it's 143.
143? I thought it was around 44, 43 years. So they know a thing or two.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
They know a thing or two about doing this.
So we are gonna clean.
We just got this here new this month. We're already on limited quantities because everybody loves this. It's because it is now under under $90 for this. But steam is the answer.
I knew what you were gonna say.
Yes.
I said exactly right away.
Is the answer to that.
It's so great. If, you know, maybe you've heard about steam, maybe you've been thinking about it, maybe you really wanted to find more about it. It is so simple. I think that's number one. And then you talked about the advantages of using steam, that you can sanitize those floor surfaces. You can get rid of 99.9% of the germs and bacteria on those floor surfaces. So now you're thinking, why not? And you're doing it without having to buy more and more expensive chemicals. And not just expensive, but chemicals with the kids and the pets.
Yeah.
Forget it. This makes it so easy. So I already turned this one on. It's super lightweight, easy to use. We give you 2 different mop pads. And what's cool about that is one is it has a little bit more of a rougher, I shouldn't say rough, but a scrubby surface. And then we give you just a plain microfiber. You're gonna use them over and over again. You're gonna be able to wash them again and again. And look at this. We've got marker on that kind of a linoleum floor. The thing about using a steam mop is that there's no elbow grease. When you get to a sticky spot, and we'll show you those, you just let that superheated steam do the job. So as I move across that surface, it is not only removing what we're seeing there, all that crayon and magic marker, but it's doing all the other things we talked about.
Yes.
It's going to be sanitizing those floors. So I like this about a steam mop and a mop pad like that. Everything we just saw, all those colors, everything that was on that floor, is now on that mop pad. So, and there you can see that steam. That's what you want to see when you're comparing and thinking about steam mops. Look at the amount of steam coming through there. And I'm going to show you something on this one that's brand new that I think is so cool. Look at this. I can, with my foot, pull that off. Now, look at that.
Now we're down to business.
Can you see, there's so much steam, but you can see the orange that you're seeing right there are scrubby brushes. So think about this for the grout. Think of this for those tough areas where you want to have some scrubbing power. So I'll just go down here. Oh, actually, I missed the spot right there. I didn't even notice that. But look at that. You can scrub with this now in those areas and get a tremendous amount of steam. And then watch, I'm just going to go right back to our mop pad. See, I've made it super easy, and now I've made it hard. There you go. And now you're back to using it with the mop pad. So it is a tremendous way to clean.
I love that you're talking about the grout, because no joke, I think about that with my floors and the grout. I think about all of the stuff that still stays in the grout when I'm just surface cleaning over it.
Right.
That's where it all goes. Being able to get in there and you know that steam is just finding every little bit in there. It's such a good peace of mind as the kids are, you know, playing on the floor with the toys, the dog is on there. You want things to be clean to that 99, what did I say, 99.9?
99.9, exactly, and this is the way to do it. And again, if you just leave it a little bit longer on that floor, every time you move across that surface, you are sanitizing, you are cleaning, and it makes it so easy to do that. So I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna move over to our kitchen, because remember, when you're using those mop pads, you can have one specifically for the bathroom, you could have one specifically for the kitchen, so you're never kind of cross-contaminating, but you're always putting them in the wash anyway, which is nice. It's very easy and lightweight to use. I'll show you a little bit about the controls again. So what I'll do is I'll turn this off. So I can turn it off. You have 2 settings that you can use for your steam, kind of a low or a high, so I can turn that on. I'll just then hit that button, so now I'm on the high. Look what's right here. ordinary tap water. That's all we're using to produce this tremendously amazing cleaning power of steam. And you have that right there. Now we're including, we even have, this is kind of just fun. You don't have to bring the whole unit to the sink because we give you the little measuring cup to pour the water in there. And then if you take that with you, it just sits then right, hold on. Sorry guys. It snaps on. I'm trying to do everything for TV, holding it up in
I know, he's like talking and yeah.
But it sits right on the handle as you're mopping. So I thought that was kind of a neat little thing because now when you go to the sink, you make that one trip, pour the water in, and then just leave that right there and you're set to go. I'm gonna put it on the counter for now.
So that comes with it.
Yes.
The two different pads, the discs that come with it as well.
And the scent discs.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, we have them right there. I'm sorry that I mentioned those earlier.
Yes.
So that may have been the one negative that people would talk about when they talked about steam. They would say, yeah, but I'm using steam, but my house doesn't smell the same. You know, when you're using a chemical, maybe you're using one that makes the house smell like pine, something like that, and you're putting all these down, or even if you're using, you know, you're putting a lot of bleach down on the floor, there's a certain smell. So maybe people want their houses to smell clean. Now we know we're getting them clean, so we have scent discs that you can put in the front of the unit. They go right in there. So I'll grab one off here, sorry. Can I get one of these? They're glued.
And you get two.
You get two. Those are glued for us. But they go right in there. You pop those in. And now, as they get superheated with the steam, they're going to put a beautiful scent in the air. And you're going to have that smell of clean that you want in your house. So now, Bissell has tackled it all. The only remaining issue there may have been that you could have had with cleaning with steam, we'll tackle that by having those scent discs in there as well. So now let's go to some really horrible sticky messes. I believe that's chocolate.
I think it's chocolate. Yeah, it looks like
Here's
chocolate.
what I want you to see. If I put this without moving it just on that one section of chocolate, and I even go really slowly start moving back, it just starts to melt away that chocolate. I mean, it is a tremendous way to clean. So I'll pull that off and look at that. Now I can slowly go over it, just find a spot. There's not a lot of scrubbing. It's not a lot of work. I'm just letting that steam do the job for me. It's a great way to clean. And you know, if you were to spray something on there and try to wipe that up, you never really know if you got it all. But when you're using steam, as we talked about, it is using superheated water to get all of that off of there. And it's a different, a better way to get those floors as clean as possible.
And that's kind of
syrup, look at that.
How I started all of this when I said, whatever you're using to clean your floors, are you just getting the stuff you can visually see? Like, oh, well, I don't see the syrup anymore. But do you all of a sudden see, you know what I mean, like residue from it later?
Well, that's
from the
a great
syrup?
point.
All of a sudden the dust in the house is kind of collected where it was sticky. It's because it's not really
right, and you know what I think, and we're gonna move to the hardwood floors, when you talk about using chemicals to clean, maybe they're creating the residue, which means that they're attracting even more dirt and debris and dust. Hardwood floors is another question people have about steam. Hardwood floors is absolutely perfect for steam because remember, we are not getting those floors soaking wet when we're using steam. If you wanted to, you could use the lower setting because maybe your hardwood floors aren't super dirty, but maybe it's more of a dusting. Maybe you want to get that shine back. Steam is a great way to go when you're using or when you're thinking about hardwood floors. So they're not going to get them too wet. It's going to be safe for all sealed hardwood, and that's primarily 99% of all the hardwood floors that we see these days. I mean, the only ones to be careful about are very old antique floors that aren't sealed. But look at the difference in steam in seconds, and this is what you're getting. There's nothing on that mop pad. We didn't have a lot of dirt, but that steam is not creating a super wet environment that you're transferring to your hardwood floors. They're almost dry, the floors that I just mopped there. So you're gonna love that. And I know I'm trying to go quick here, Tina, because we're running out of time.
There's so much to clean.
But we're doing it. It
we are
makes
doing
it super
all
easy.
of it.
I saw Matt cleaning before, so I wanted to keep up with Matt. So again, the ability with one step, I push down on that and I can release this tough cleaning surface area or this tough scrubbing brush, and look at the amount of steam that you're getting. So this is some serious areas. So what I love about this is I can clean with this, break up all this dirt. Look, that's some stuck on mess in the grout. And then I'll show you real quick. Now to remove all of that, I just go right back to the mop pad. And now, because I know we're almost done.
You can look.
Look at that. I mean, that is all the difference. You will love cleaning with steam.
That was the perfect one to end on. That was
Thank
the perfect
you.
one. 4 flex payments. You can get this home and start doing your own floors for under $23, which is that first flex payment. This is on a limited quantity. So if you're thinking about this, I would grab it before they're all gone. Item number is 651727 on this one. I want to hit it one more time. 99.9% of the germs and the bacteria. Bye-bye.
Do it. Bye, bacteria.
You and Matt, you're cleaning competition. I know. I'm going to go with somebody else that's going to help us